What are you saying?
They said, Earthlings are smart, they said. Well, if you're so smart, then describe the line of reasoning and explain whether it supports the argument's overarching thesis in Crawford's text.
Who's Crawford? What text?
Read this. Now that you've read Crawford's text, the thesis that you have to describe the line of reasoning and explain whether it supports the argument is... Skilled labor is more rewarding and intellectually stimulating than office work. The Supreme Hierarchy Intelligence Team has conjured this from the depths of the ends of space and has also decreed, if you don't prove yourself, you will be lace-held! Ha ha ha!
Crawford said in the second page that nor can the Indians fix your car because they are in India. This supports it.
That evidence is weak. It relies on the cheap stereotype of Indians in tech support and has little to do with Crawford's claim on the merits of skilled labor. It's irrelevant to the dichotomy of office work versus the trades and comes across as frivolous and unnecessary. I bless you with lace hails now!
Wait, what about this piece of text where Crawford talks about Robert Jekyll, a sociologist who spent years inhabiting the world of corporate managers? Didn't he pointedly describe the moral maze they felt trapped in?
That piece of evidence is strong due to it being specific evidence from a credible related source. The phrase moral maze illustrates that corporate ethics are a disorienting puzzle in contrast to the trades, which are not morally muddled, but in fact clear and straightforward. The word trapped, as opposed to stuck or placed, presents office work as something where one is caged inescapably by a force motivated to ensnare them, helpless against the unbreakable construct of the demands of office work, the higher force trapping them there for the benefit of the faceless corporate conglomerate. But you are a lowly human who wears dorky, tacky button-up shirts, so who cares what you have to say? Lazy!
Hey! This is an ad hominem logical fallacy, which was so 2 weeks ago. If you don't like me saying that of that piece of evidence, you won't like this piece of evidence where I can tell you the author says the Princeton economist Alan Blinder argues that the crucial market is not between those with where is it in the paper? Don't laser me yet.
Read faster!
The Princeton economist Alan Blinder argues that the crucial distinction in the emerging labor market is not between those with more or less education, but between those whose service can be delivered over a wire and those who must do their work in person or on site. You all-knowing alien. You can't tell me that this specific strong evidence is not valid.
He does use an educated economist from a prestigious institution to discredit the stigma that the trades are for those without education. He switches the dichotomy from more or less education to those whose services are over a wire or in person, respectively, to first highlight this common misconception in his audience and then refute it in the eyes of a credible source. This backs up the line of reasoning thoroughly, validating the importance of the split between tangible and intangible labor that the author frames his proposal around, as well as bolstering the merits of physical work. I guess you Earthlings are smart enough to survive. No lazy ales for your planet. Sacrable.
I thought I was just saving myself, but the Earth too? What the actual fuck?